This podcast contains explicit language.
I'm James Walker, and this is Real Talk, Real People. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us again this week. Today is July 9th, Saturday, July 9th. And for the Walkers, this is a very special day for us because this is our mother's birthday. She would have turned 93 years old today. And you know what? No matter how old we get, we always take time to remember the woman who meant so much to us in our lives. We're looking back on our mother and some of our childhood memories of her. We hope you enjoy it.
Mom could throw shade when she was living. So she
but
could definitely.
You know what else? I was thinking too is that she died before she could see Obama elected.
I know.
And that's one of the things I remember when the night of the election or when they announced the results, I remember thinking, oh my God, mommy, you missed this.
Yep. I literally thought the same thing.
Oh my God, this would have been so cool because she would have been in love with him. She would have thought he was like,
yes, I know that. She would have had Obama drapes.
Yes, she would have. Just like she had the Martin Luther King fan.
I remember when Martin Luther King was assassinated. I remember when Malcolm X was killed. I remember it was like they were brothers to her. She was
out of it. Yeah.
So you can see how those people of that generation especially had so much hope tied to these
Alan
figures. It wasn't they weren't just people, they were really saviors to some extent.
So these people, absolutely.
They were bringing, they were speaking to a crowd that most people couldn't speak to. So it was like when Martin Luther King spoke or when Malcolm X spoke, you would always hear Ma say something and she would say, because that's right, talk about it. She was like, they were saying what she would say, but she couldn't say it, and she couldn't be there to say it,
Right.
I can, here, she would probably be drooling over Obama though.
Oh my God, girl.
She would be drooling over Obama.
I'm mad at her for that one. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Ain't nothing like a black man playing basketball. Whoop. She would be amazed at the technology.
Yeah.
I mean, she would be trying to use it and we'd still have to program stuff and fix stuff for her. But I thought about how much fun it would be or would have been to show her this stuff.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
It would have been nice for her to be on.
Her to be able to
like
see
Zoom.
On Zoom. Well, I can see her sitting at that little table with that computer. I told you I got a picture of her
just
using the computer. I got a picture of her.
Glasses down.
Yep. Using the computer, all closed. And who was it saying? Was it me? I was online, it was like I had gotten up and because I'm a night owl, and it was like 2:00 in the morning or something like that. And all of a sudden this instant message popped up and it was Mom. And I went, what are you doing online? It's at 2:00 in the morning. And she was on the computer. She was on
or a cell phone, the way the cell phones work, and just different things. She would have been pretty amazed by this stuff. She would have been pretty tickled about it, I think.
But she did live long enough to see how you could connect with her grandkids, say, in another state. So because that's really when she got kind of interested in learning how the computer worked, but she wasn't interested at all. And I remember when she used to accidentally park things, and she would go, "Oh, James disappeared. I didn't do it; just disappeared. It just disappeared."
Yeah.
And she'd be in a total panic. Yeah, that was pretty funny. when that
Yeah.
came
But
about.
I often think about what she would think, like if at like a Alan commercial came on
Seeing Alan on the
TV.
commercial. Oh my
Yes.
God.
She would
Oh
have
my
freaked out.
Lord.
Wait a
Or
minute.
even you, James. I mean, even when she
But
said
she did.
To see
She
your
lived long enough
podcast.
to
you
read.
paper articles and
No. She lived long enough to read my first column about her.
yes,
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I'm saying. She
Okay.
would
Yes,
just
she
get
did.
right
Remember, I
there.
wrote about our last Christmas at Alan's house
Oh, okay, yeah.
before she passed, and then
Yep.
unfortunately I wrote about her after she passed. But
Yeah.
so she did live long enough to see that.
Yeah.
But that's right, Alan. She didn't live long enough to see any of your commercials.
No,
No.
James.
No.
No.
She
And she
died in
didn't live long enough to see
2004,
me on stage.
and I
She
started
didn't live
working.
right.
No.
I started
Jackie's
working in
music
television in
videos.
That's
2007.
None of
right,
that.
Jackie.
None of
Jackie,
that.
where you're back to that. Only your head is,
I got to sit. I have to. I
Well,
need
just
the
adjust
support in
your-
my back.
Yeah, just
Oh.
adjust
Yeah.
just
Well,
adjust
just
your
do that.
Fine.
Just adjust your thing.
yeah,
So
I mean,
there are a
But
lot
yeah,
of things
she started.
forgotten to
She
pick out.
passed away in 2004. I started
Right.
working in TV in 2007. So
right. And I didn't do a play until 2016.
yeah.
But she would have even freaked out to know that, because I think she knew what YouTube was before she passed. I think she knew what it was,
A
even if she
little
didn't
bit,
use
yeah.
it. Even if she didn't know anything really about it, she knew
Yeah.
that there was something called YouTube.
Now, mommy
I
was
think
still
she would-
watching a VCR when she died.
Yeah.
She would have freaked
that's
out
right.
to see Jackie's video, Jackie knowing that she could go to YouTube and see.
And watch Jackie's video. Yes, she
And
would.
listen.
Now
You
I
would.
know I can't imagine that Ma would be dating, but
No, she wouldn't.
but I remember before she died, there was this guy from down south that was contacting her and wanted to and wanted to like start a relationship. And I said, well, why don't you, is this something that you want? And she said, well, I wouldn't mind having a little friend.
Yes, I remember
But-
that, Michelle.
But she said, the Bible says that a woman has to be in subjection to her husband. And she says, and I don't know, I if I don't feel like cooking, I don't want to cook. And if I don't feel like doing, I don't want to do that. So she says, I wouldn't mind having a little friend. She cracked me up with that little friend,
Little
that
friend.
little friend thing. I wouldn't mind having a little friend, but yeah, he was down south.
No, he was.
somewhere.
You're right,
I
Michelle.
thought there was a guy that was right there in the place that she was living.
That was Ernest Butts, the mayor of Middletown, who was a Muslim at one point.
Oh, Lord.
And let me tell you, him and mommy would sit in that damn lobby. And it was a group of women. It was mommy, it was Miss Sadie, it was the two bucket of blood sisters that used to cut up folks.
Look at the blood sisters. What the
But that's
hell
what
is that?
they had little after hour spots, and everybody nicknamed the bucket of blood because everybody, they were always fighting and carrying on.
Oh my
So
God.
those two sisters lived in the building, and they would all sit in the lobby. And here come Ernest Butts. He puffed up, talk about Islam and Muhammad, and mommy and the rest of them church ladies would lay him out. And he would sit there and he said, well, Mrs. Walker, you're not the authority on everything. She says, and Ernest Butts, I don't claim to be the authority on anything, unlike yourself, and you don't know much of anything. Oh my God, we would sit in that lobby and I'd be like, them two. But they called him Ernest Butts. They called him the unofficial mayor of Middletown.
Is he the guy that tried to hit on her in the elevator? And she said, I'm not that kind of girl.
Probably.
No, I think
Ernest
that happened years ago. I mean, when
No,
we
that
were,
happened in the first, when she, in the first senior citizen place she lived in.
Yeah.
And she was in the elevator.
There was some guy who used to speak through one of these things, and he would say, Doris, I'm burning up. And she would say, well, you're gonna have to, she said, well,
Oh,
you're gonna
that's
burn up there.
he was living there too. Yeah. Talk about heat burning
She
up.
said, Doris, I'm burning up.
What, why?
Sounds like
did
the
he
men
have
in
one
the
of those
nursing
things?
home.
Yeah, he had one of those things for a voice thing,
Oh my God.
So he would say, Doris, because he would always say, come on, Doris, come on. She said, you better leave me alone. He said, Doris, come on, I'm burning up. I'm burning up. She said, well, you gonna burn up, man.
I can't with these people.
Oh my God.
She was dead serious too.
Yes, she
There
was.
was
I
no
know.
way-
That's
I know
what's
she
funny
was.
about it. She was
I know
that
because
serious.
Ma had that little hinky attitude, that little hinky attitude a little
I
bit.
know.
This
I
is
know.
mommy's thing. Listen, I had one husband. He was an asshole. I'm not taking no shorts this time. So you with the trait, beat it. Ernest Butts, you definitely gotta go. She wasn't around. And mommy would come out dressed for church.
Yep.
So I
and
remember when mommy wasn't dressed for church and she did have boyfriends. Do you remember Seon?
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
I-
Seon
Who's
Jackson.
Seon?
I remember his voice.
Jackie,
Yeah.
do you remember Cello?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I used to answer the phone.
The phone would ring, bing, 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 bing. It was, I'll get it. No, I got it.
Hello.
Wait, but she always had an N in before, like hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like hello.
Hello.
Oh my
But
God.
I
that
remember
is so funny.
Seon's voice. I remember his accent. He was from Sierra Leone, right?
Right.
He was,
He
I know
was
some
from-
part of
he
Africa.
was some part of Africa, I remember. And he didn't.
I
Now
remember
he
his
didn't stay.
voice.
Which is the one that's kind of stayed around a long time, but he wasn't her boyfriend.
I don't
But he
know, but
was-
Seon
Little
is
West. Little
Seon.
West.
Who what?
Remember Little
Little
West?
West.
I don't
Hey,
remember
Lil
Little
West.
West.
Lil West. Lil West.
He used to love him some Doris. Oh my
No.
God.
Do you remember Waverly Flood?
Yes, I
child.
remember Waverly Flood.
Oh, he was pretty.
Oh, yeah.
He
Oh
was
my goodness.
straight out drunk.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
Seon
The alcoholic.
was the one that wanted to fix me up with a friend of his. Remember
Yeah,
that?
girl.
He came
But
to the
I
house
think-
on
I kind of recall that.
on
Yeah.
Hinsdale Place.
Yeah, on Hinsdale
Yes.
Place.
On Hinsdale
Yeah.
Place.
And he says, no, she's a baby, she's a baby. And he said, I want you to be the mother of my many children. That's exactly what he said to me.
Yeah, that's a no.
That's a big no.
But you know
That's
what?
a
I
lot.
remember that happening, but for some odd reason, I remember it happening on Ogden Street.
No, it was
That was way-
Hinsdale.
Hinsdale Place.
It was Hinsdale Place.
Because
Yeah,
I was
it was
little
his-
when that happened. I remember Seon.
Yeah.
I remember
You were
him.
little,
I remember
Shameen.
his
You,
voice. I was little. I
Yeah.
remember his voice.
Yeah, well, I was
yeah.
around 12 or 13. I remember that.
Right.
Right, I was around
Yeah, I was 12
or
on
13.
Hinsdale. I was 12 on Hinsdale Place.
Right, so
Uncle
I
Ben?
was 11. Okay.
Ben.
Ben's around,
Uncle
Bar
Ben.
Ben.
But he wasn't her boyfriend, as we found out later.
Later.
Oh
They
yeah.
were, he was,
Talk about
she
the
was,
best kept
he was,
secret ever.
he was her secret.
Well, Ma was
he
like
was
a
his
fag
secret
hag,
or
as
whatever.
they say.
That just spoke to her ability to
She was
be
just
a
a people
confidant.
person. She didn't care. She didn't.
Yeah,
Mom kind
I
of didn't
remember-
kind of care what you were about. She just
I
cared if you were a
remember
nice
one of
person,
the-
pretty much.
the girls from church. She
Mhm.
spoke at mommy's funeral, Stephanie. And I knew Stephanie well. I know her well. And I didn't know that she had been going to mommy's house and sitting with mommy and mommy counseling her.
Mhm.
And mommy never said a word about this. And she knew Stephanie and I were close. But it just speaks to her ability to kind of read the room. Mommy was good at reading the room. She really could kind of look at a situation and be like, she might be a little shady about it, but she could keep a secret, God knows, because
Yeah, Mom could definitely keep a secret. Yeah.
she could keep a secret, because I always thought we called him Uncle Ben. I thought that was her boyfriend for years.
Well,
And
yeah,
then
we all thought he was her
Her
boyfriend.
yeah.
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 Even though we couldn't figure out with that walk and that cigarette,
Oh, yeah.
but he
Yeah.
was married at the same time.
Yeah.
Remember, because we
yeah.
kept saying, "Wait a minute, he's married."
Yeah.
That
Oh,
should
but
have given us a clue. But
Did you guys ever meet his son, Russell?
yes,
No.
yes,
I did. Yeah, I think I did actually.
yes.
Oh my
Remember
God.
Russell, he was a big guy.
Yeah, he's a
Yes.
good guy.
Actor. He was an actor, actually. He did some acting.
Oh,
But
I
he
remember
was-
that.
Crazy as hell.
Yeah, I know.
Now, all I remember about Ben's Round Bar, besides Ben, was Crab Night.
Yes, they would all cry.
Crab Night.
with
Crab Night, and
newspapers.
that was that 5-year period where Mom was not home a lot. She was not home a lot, and I remember going to Ben's Round Bar and knocking on the door and asking for money.
5 years. It wasn't 5 years.
Yep, it was about 5 years that
No,
Mom
Michelle.
just
No.
even Tasha mentioned it. It was about 5 years.
It
that
couldn't
Mom,
be, Michelle, because
We
I was
weren't in
11
that
years
area that
old.
long.
Right,
We
I
weren't
was
in
yeah,
that
because
area for
we were
5
also in Hinsdale Place, but we were also in North Newark.
right, but we
Yeah,
moved.
but we
when
weren't
were
in
living
that
on
entire
Ogden
area
Street.
for
I
more
was
than 5
15 years
years.
old. In fact,
Yeah,
that was
but
don't forget we went to
yeah.
Tremont Junior High School,
Yeah,
Michelle.
you're getting that wrong, Michelle.
You're getting that wrong. Yeah.
There was about a year, maybe a year and a half. I don't even know if it was that long, where she partied. Yeah, I'm telling you.
No,
Yeah,
I
Michelle,
gotta disagree.
I don't know what-
Especially because I was the one that was always home.
Well,
But
then
you know what
maybe
she-
that's clouding
I
your
remember-
judgment here.
Mom,
I remember
mom
Mom
What's
was
his
worked.
name, James? I mean,
Mom,
it's
there was a
Yeah.
period of time there when mom was working 24/7.
That's
Right.
true.
It
That I
wasn't-
remember.
Mom didn't
too.
hang. Mom wasn't in the streets that time. There was a
Yeah,
period of time
no,
when
Michelle,
she
you're
was
wrong about
partying.
that.
She experimented. That
But
was
she
was
always
a
said
short
it
period
was
of
like
time.
about a year or so when she was just out there
Out
partying.
there,
And
yeah,
she
you
was-
probably- you
Okay, so
might-
hold on. Wait, she might be right. Hold on.
No, I think I'm
No.
right, James. It was around 5 years.
Maybe close to it because we were in 3 different places.
But
Listen
we
to
were in
me.
those
Yeah.
places
Hold
for
on.
Wait a
4
minute.
months apiece.
Just
We weren't
listen
there
to
for
me.
long
Right.
periods of time.
Just listen
We
to
were
the
at
age.
575
Michelle was how
Broadway.
old? Michelle just said she was,
577 Broadway.
577 Broadway. We
Don't
were
ask
in-
me how
we
I
were
remember
in-
that.
and
then
I
we were
was in,
all-
wait a
we
minute,
were
I was
also
in
right
seventh
around
Hang
the
on,
grade.
one at a
corner.
time. One at a time.
We were also living around the corner from Oriental Place. So we were in that vicinity in 3 different residences.
Right.
I'm saying you can count. There were probably
So-
4 or 5 different residences if
Right.
you want to count Ogden, Mount Pleasant Avenue, Mount Prospect. But what I'm saying to you is that in that entire period of time, we weren't there for 5 or 6 years.
Right.
We were here for 3 or 4 months. We were there for maybe 8 or 9 months. We were here for 2 or 3 months. We were not there for 5 with that entire period of time.
And remember,
I mean, when we-
I went to Tremont Junior High School.
Yeah.
Well, Alan went to Tremont Junior High School. You went to Tremont Junior High School.
I didn't go to Tremont Junior High School.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So it
Michelle,
wasn't
did you
By the
go to
5
Aaron?
years.
by the time I was
I did-
12, by the time I was 12, we were in Orange.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You're wrong about the time
I had-
period.
No,
was
by
away
the time
from
when
the
we
swim
were
team.
12, how old were we when we went to foster home?
9.
I was 9.
I was about 9, 8 or 9.
No.
I think.
I have,
Yeah,
I
a,
was-
I have
yes.
a question.
No, I was 9 when
Now,
we
when
moved
did,
away
when
from
did
the
we move
project.
to Ogden Street? When did we move to Ogden Street?
I was either
Well, we were in
14 or
Ogden Street when
15.
Daddy died, so.
About
Daddy died in 70.
1970.
Yeah, but in the 70s,
So
Daddy
we were
died-
on Ogden Street.
Not in the
between
70s.
In the
69
70s.
and 70.
69, 70.
Right,
So we had just
69,
come
70.
from North.
No.
Because
Right.
No,
Ogden
no.
Street was the first place we lived in Orange.
no.
No, it wasn't. Taylor Street.
Taylor Street was the first
Taylor
place we went to,
right,
and someplace
Taylor
else,
Street.
and then Ogden Street.
right.
So we were there for a while before.
Center Street.
yeah.
Center
Center
Street.
Street, yeah. No,
We
Center
just-
Street was after. Center
We
Street
just
was after
moved so
Daddy died.
much. We
Yeah,
just
we
moved
did.
so much that
We
the
did.
timeline is
Center
blurred,
Street
but
was after Daddy died, I think.
Yeah, yeah, it was
That
after
was after
Daddy
Daddy
died.
died.
no.
Was
That's where
Street
she,
where-
that's where she fell down
It
the
was,
damn
because
steps.
I remember
Daddy
we
died when
took,
we lived on Ogden Street.
yeah, but we
Yes.
took, yeah, so we took his furniture to Center Street.
His furniture to Center Street. That's right.
Was Center Street was Center Street the place where Paula and Tasha were in the closet?
Yes, yes.
Thanks a lot, Michelle.
Huh?
Yeah.
And Jackie was stuck there with them.
in Mommy's bedroom closet.
Yeah,
It was Mommy's
And that-
bedroom closet.
that closet was huge. I mean, you could almost fit a
Huge.
bed in there.
Yeah, it was huge.
Bed in there. Yup. Yup.
So, yeah,
Yup.
we were
I
out.
remember
We were
that.
out looking for another apartment, and
Well, 'cause they
Jackie,
threw us
Y'all
out.
left me there
and Jackie
and the
was
police
Jackie
came.
was stuck there
With Paula and Tasha.
Like,
Wait,
really?
Jackie, you were there when the constables?
Yeah.
They started,
hiding
they
in
started
the
poking in the
closet.
pile. They started
Those
They
poking
left
in the
me there
pile.
with the, and then I was, who did I have? Who was
You
the
had
baby?
Paula.
Was
You
I had a
and-
baby.
It was
Because
Paula
Paula
and Tasha was
started
probably
giggling. And
No,
Paula
wait, hold
said,
on.
Jackie,
But somebody
they found us.
Yeah, but somebody was had the bottle.
it was probably
It was,
Tasha.
maybe it was Robin.
No, it was Reese. It was Reese.
Oh, that's what I meant,
Reese.
Reese.
It was Reese.
Reese.
Because
Reese.
Tasha was too
Yeah,
old
yeah,
for a
yeah.
bomb.
And,
It was
then
Reese.
Paula was like,
But they stopped
Jackie,
poking in
he
the,
said-
is that they stopped poking. Get out
they
of there
were
now.
poking with the broom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Get
that's
out
right.
of
They were
there.
poking.
because they
it
were
was,
covered up with
they
all
were
kind of
covered up
clothes
with-
and stuff.
Yeah, but tell you the truth, I forgot why now.
Because
they
we
were
were getting
kicking us
put
out.
out.
We had
That's-
been put
that's-
out of the house, and we
Getting
were
put out.
we had snuck back in overnight.
That's
And,
right. Oh man,
so
how
we
many
was-
times did we do that?
Yeah, maybe they had boarded that up, remember?
I know they had boarded the house up, Joe.
Yeah, they were
boarded it
poking
up, so
because
we
they were
actually
under
snuck in
like
there.
clothes in the closet, and
Right.
they were poking and it was Paula that said something.
Tee they called us.
Said,
They found us.
Tee they found us, Jackie.
Oh my God. That was the worst. Oh my God. I can't even
They
tell you.
said, "Come out of there! Come
Talk
out of
about
there!"
the walk of shame. What the
Jackie,
hell?
Jackie,
I have to tell-
Jackie had to come out of there and take the clothes off her head.
Oh my God.
Oh my
I have to
God.
tell you, you know what? As kids, we were in one degrading situation after another. It's a wonder. It's a wonder we have any self-esteem at all.
Get out of
Oh
there!
my
Come on out of here
God.
now.
Tell you, oh,
I can't believe they
Yeah,
were
but
poking.
remember-
They
remember
must
that
have.
time we lived in North Newark and that woman, and she didn't know mommy was home, and she started asking us about how many men came into the
man,
house.
yeah, no.
Remember
From the
that?
welfare office.
Yeah, from the welfare office, how many men came into the house and blah, and what's all your last names? And she didn't know mommy heard her, and mommy, and she came and mommy turned her out.
Yes, she did. I remember that.
Was shocked.
But can you imagine that there used to be social workers that did that? Remember, we used to have to hide the phone or something when
Yeah.
they come because you were not supposed to have a phone if
Yeah.
you were on welfare.
Yeah.
You could,
So
in
how
fact,
did you afford that?
yeah, you couldn't have anything.
Well, or not only that, like sneaking. Remember, we had to sneak into that apartment because even though they had all those bedrooms, they didn't want so many kids.
Right.
So we had to, she had to sneak us in. Yeah, she had to
God
sneak us
bless
in.
her.
Oh
God
my
bless her.
God.
I mean,
I'm
it
telling
was
you.
quite an adventure. We look back now, and I laugh about it. I mean,
I laughed, but it
I'm
was not
sure-
funny then.
I'm sure it was a very trying time for her, but you know,
right.
you can't.
Yeah, she must have been under a tremendous amount of stress when you go back.
Amount of
and-
stress.
it's
And
strange.
about
single
it.
Yeah,
parent
much
with
was
no
under-
income, basically.
Yeah.
Yep,
Basically,
Yeah.
no income, basically.
no income,
And black?
no family,
Black, no family.
no
Yeah.
family. But it's
Bless
funny
her
now, but it wasn't funny then. It
No.
wasn't.
But I mean, you could either look back on it and kind of smile and say, you know, go on, girl, because you turned it out. As far as
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
she
concerned.
did.
Or
Yeah.
or you could be traumatized by it, and I refuse to be traumatized
Sure.
by it because she worked her ass off to get us to this point where we can look back and smile.
That's right.
about it.
That's
That is
right.
true.
I'm not.
That's
Yeah,
right.
That is
yeah.
You
true.
did good, Doris. You did good.
You did
Yeah,
good.
you-
yeah,
She
yeah.
didn't do too bad. She did pretty
Yeah.
good.
Remember,
I mean,
when she got arrested because she wouldn't move. Remember that woman that threw water? That
Oh,
in the
yes, it
projects?
was-
She threw
Yeah.
water. They threw water down on us, and she said, Mrs. Walker, we're asking you to. I'm not moving. And then then they sent the black cop over and said, Mrs. Walker, if you could just, I'm not moving. He said, well, we're gonna have to arrest you, Mrs. Walker, if you don't move. I live here. I pay rent. I'm not moving. And so and all the kids were standing around. Yeah, Miss
remember.
Walker, you tell her, Miss Walker. And then when they arrested her and took her to the cop car, she turned
all
around and
started-
said, "Call your
I
father."
know we all started crying. She said, "Call Bert, call your father."
And we had to wake him up, and he put on his clothes over his pajamas, and he was saying,
He was
"I don't know why your
not
mother
happy.
doesn't keep her goddamn mouth
I
shut."
know. I can't keep my goddamn mouth shut.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. She was our hero, folks. And I think by listening to some of the things that happened to us as children, and really, you really haven't heard the worst. I mean, you can understand why we just refuse to let her memory fade. She was our hero. She saved us. She saved our lives, and we will never, ever forget that. That's why every Mother's Day, every July 9th, which is her birthday, we will celebrate her and remember the sacrifices and everything else she did to keep us together. And we want our mother, Doris Lorraine Walker, to know it's been 18 years and we still just can't get over the fact that she's not here with us. But we will never, ever forget the woman she was, the mother she was, and what she meant to us. Thank you very much for listening, folks. We'll be back next week with a group of women who have started a program to bring Black men and Black women together. We'll talk to you then. You've been listening to Real Talk, Real People. If you would like to be on the show, if you have an idea for the show, give us a call at 203-605-1859 or drop us an email at realtalkrealpeoplect@gmail.com. You folks have a good week and we'll talk again